Hello guys, it's Mickey. Welcome to my channel, and if you're just new to my channel, please subscribe, turn on the notification bell so as to be notified each time there's an upload coming from me. So my book is still out on sales, all right? So if you want to get it, come get yours today, all right? So just call +234 818 541. I stop picking calls by 6 p.m. on weekdays, but during the weekends, on Sundays, I don't pick calls at all because it's my rest day. All right, but if you notice I'm not picking your call, just send me a text message or a WhatsApp message. I will definitely reply you. All right, so the book is still out and it costs 10,000 naira. All right, contains organic and synthetic. People who actually want to go into spa and want to formulate their own product from the scratch, all right, this is it. People, they tend to buy base creams from me. All right, so if you want to be a kind of person that people will be buying base from, this base, glycerin base, soap base, cream base, this is actually for you. All right, it's a really nice formulation that doesn't irritate the skin. You're going to know how to regulate your product. You're going to know how to calculate, turn your measurement, your grams to percentage, your percentages to gram. Know the certain oils to use in a product. Know that oil shishe, even if you're selling it for a large crowd of people, you know this oil is not suitable for this skin, or this oil should not be used for commercial purposes. All right. So last time we stopped at our measurement, units of measurement, where we turned our percentages to gram and our grams to percentage. All right, so this time we'll be talking about our serums. Okay, so now I've explained, I took my time to explain the measurements for you. So it's very easy for us to work with that measurement. It's very, very easy, because you notice that in some of the pages I talked about, if you want to use your acids and you actually want to peel with your acid, you know that acids start peeling at 20% upwards. Okay, so you now know, okay, this is how I'm going to do it, this is how I'm going to regulate it, because you now know how to turn your grams, because the old recipe is in gram. So you now know how to turn your grams into percentage. Okay, all right. So in our serums are mostly used directly on the skin. Those are serums that you know how you started it from the scratch. Serums that are meant to treat something. You know, naturally serums are meant to treat a problem on your face or probably on the body. But if you notice, it's an industrial serum, like all these pro-mixing serums and the rest. You put it into a cream, all right, so it makes it work. But in this case, these serums are actually meant to be used directly on the skin. So please and please, if you notice you have a sensitive skin like Mickey or a combination skin, please keep the fragrance, because fragrance might really irritate your skin. All right, so if you're skipping the fragrance, then the grams used for the fragrance, you can use it to top up the base. All right, the base we used here, you can use it to top up the base, so your base will be, you know, like higher than like normal. All right, so if you're going to be using this, some people might not actually go well with glycolic acid. Some people prefer lactic, so you can decide to equate it with lactic. You can decide to go with lactic if you want to go with lactic, all right, rather than glycolic acid. But I like glycolic acid because it penetrates well into my skin. All right, it does. And this serum is mostly used as a means of exfoliating. Okay, it's just a means to exfoliate. So if you probably want to, you're not a facial cream person, just want to apply the serum on your face, but it shouldn't be on a regular basis. Reason be that it contains something that exfoliates, which is the acid. All right, it exfoliates, so you wouldn't need to you don't need to say you wouldn't you don't need to exfoliate all the time. No, exfoliating all the time will make your face red, so it shouldn't be on a regular basis. You use your serum like once in a while, like twice in a week. That is when you use your serums. Okay, it's even stated here, I gave it as a tip, do not mix it with a cream, but rather it should be used directly on your skin, like on the face. You use it directly and you just, you know, massage it on your face. That's how we do that. All right, here we have our glow oil. You know, even from the beginning of the book, we have glow body oil, we have glow oil, we have glow oil for dark skin. All right, we have normal glow oil for lightening skin, because it won't make sense when you're getting a glow oil and your skin is not shiny and it's not helping you to lighten it a bit. You wouldn't want oils that would darken the skin if you know you're a light skinned person. All right, so if you're a light skinned person, there's a certain oil that you're meant to use that will still help in maintaining your skin tone and not darken you completely. All right, now the oil is being made, we used natural oils, like carrier oils, essential oils. This serves as moisturizer and also a way of building your skin. Naturally, you need oils. Oils that are meant to be used directly on the skin are oils that are natural oils. They're either carrier oils or essential oils. You don't use industrial oils directly on your body because you don't want to die, you don't want to kill that skin. You need natural oils. These are oils that are gotten from maybe nuts, they are gotten from fruits, from plants. All right, most times they refer to them as plant extracts. They are gotten from plants, and these oils, and they are nutritious, they are nourishing to the skin. They help with your body build, they help in building the body over time. All right, so let's go over to page 28, brightening oil. Now, in terms of the brightening oil, if you actually want to add this brightening oil into your cream, all right, because it's not meant to be added into the cream, you can use it directly on the body, but in case you want to add it into the cream, you have to double the dosage, right? So you make it more effective, then you can add it into a cream. Okay, so it works. I actually took my time to show you guys how the powders can be mixed, like which and which powder works for which and which. Now, in order to equate them, because some of you might, I don't want steam white, I want to equate it with say afabutin. I don't want the, but hope you know they are not the same mixture. You cannot use oil to mix afabutin. Like a customer was asking me, I want to use oil to dissolve afabutin. You cannot use oil to dissolve afabutin powder. It's meant to be dissolved with powder, with water. Either water, humectants, anything water, whitening glycerin, it can dissolve afabutin powder. Same thing goes with glutathione. Right? Same thing goes with snow white powder. You don't use oil to dissolve those things. Use water, rose water, whitening glycerin or vegetable glycerin to dissolve those products. That's what they are, humectants. All right, so you use those things to dissolve your snow white powder, your afabutin powder, even sepia white. Use water as well, but it has to go under the heat. I'll take my time to show you guys the process, and I'll show you, if you use oil, the outcome of when you use oil, the outcome of when you use water, so you see which one dissolves. And if you're dissolving your Filipino powder as well, try and get there. Some Filipino powder I noticed some people are selling. I got hold of one which did not dissolve with the powder. I had to return it back to the person. That is not original. All right, Filipino powder, if you buy the Filipino powder, you are buying original. The solution looks like foam. The solution, the water itself would look like foam. If you shake it up, you should see foam on top of it. That's the original. And if you pour it inside the powder, all right, it takes a while, then you start mixing and mixing and mixing. If you mix it well, it will start dissolving. When you put your hands in it, it will be whitish. It won't dissolve into like water state. No. When you put your hands into it, you should not see anything like powder on your hands again, but rather when you apply it on your skin directly, it would look like pale white on your body. You should not feel anything like harsh, like it should not be a bit harsh on your skin. No. All right, and the solution should not be hot. The solution is not meant to be hot. The one someone sold to me, the solution was hot. I had to return it back because we know where we get the original Filipino sets. That is not the original, and it didn't even dissolve at all. The powder did not dissolve one bit. All right, it's meant to dissolve. It takes a while to dissolve. Yes, it takes a while to dissolve. You dissolve. But once you've dissolved it, you notice that it will come into a milky state. All right, when it's milky, try and put your hands on your body. You notice that it's like milk, just like adding cowbell milk inside water. What happens? It doesn't turn to water, it's milk. That is how the Filipino will be, like milk. And you should not see any trace of the powder any longer. It will not be there. All right, all you're just seeing is milk. If you put it on your body, it will look like your body will become white. You should not see anything like powder on your body again. That is fake. All right, be careful. We have so many fake Filipino powder out there. We have so many fake. Okay, so now for our brightening oil, in case you probably want to apply the brightening oil into your cream, just know that due to the mixture gbogbo tigbo, you need less cream, more of the oil to do more of the work. Now this is 200 grams of the cream. If you're going to be using approximately 100 grams of the oil, you need to add like 70 grams of your base cream. Right, 70 to 50 grams of your base cream. You need more actives of the oil. You need the oil to be more active in that cream. All right, you need it to be more active. You know you're making this from the scratch, so you need it to be more active than the oil, because you're going to be adding more like your sim white powder is there. There's no alpha-butene, there's no giga white, just your sim white powder. All right, but you can decide to equate it. If you want to remove the sim white powder, you want to add giga white, you can do that. If you want to add sepi white powder, you can do that. But hope you know, if you're going to be adding those things, then you're going to be using water to dissolve your sepi white powder. All right, so just know that your method of dissolving it will differ. That's all. Okay, so now we're going over to our soap. Okay, so now in order to make our bar soap, we have in a spa, you're meant to, you know, anyway, in some spas I've been to, I noticed that they tend to make their own soap themselves, which is actually good, but you need to give it some time in order for the soap to heal, so you don't end up spoiling your skin. Because if the lye doesn't heal, you know, and the lye doesn't get the soap doesn't get solidified very well, like stays for weeks, you notice that when you touch the soap, your hand becomes brown, like tan. The lye is the one doing that to you because it has not taken time to heal. Okay, you spread, once you're done, you put it in the mold, you take it out of the mold like 2 days or 3 days later, you spread it out in the open air, leave it for weeks. All right, more like 4 to 6 weeks, you leave it there. Let the air come in well, and you know, the harder the soap, the more it lathers. All right, the lather is the foam. The harder the soap, the more it lathers. The harder the soap, the more it lathers. All right, so just I took my time to explain the process the soap goes through. We have hot process, we have cold process. And I took my time to explain the processes it tends to go through and the rest. Now, the process that is actually very easy to make is always the cold process. It's quite easy if you're just a startup, if you're just learning. The cold process is actually quite easy. It's the same thing with the hot process. The only thing is the hot process takes a longer process than the cold one. But the cold one is quite easy to make for a beginner. It's really quite easy. And that's the method I use for my soap. I can't be going through putting it in a slow cooker that takes a while, then mixing. I think I did the hot process on YouTube. Probably check through my old videos, you'll be able to see it took a while, mixed it, you know, took too long. But cold process, no time. Get your lye, right? Get your sodium hydroxide, get it somewhere, put it, then add it into your water. Make sure you don't put it and put your water on top, it will just splash all over you. All right, to burn your skin. Make sure you're adding it in and have a particular measurement. All right, once you're adding it, you're mixing it, then you set it aside. Okay, so it settles for a while. Don't take too long again. Then you mix your oils together and you add it into it. Chicken, very fast. Okay, so it now depends on what you now want to add to it later. Your additives, whatever gbogbo tigbo you want to add into the soap, just to as a branding. You know, you want to brand your products. All right, so you can add anything, but make sure you don't add like a lactic acid into your soap, because some people like doing that. If you're adding lactic acid into your soap, it doesn't make your soap strong. It makes it soft. All right, no one wants a soft soap. It won't make it hard, so don't do that. You can add kojic acid, yes, into your soap. You can do that, but make sure if you're going to be adding kojic acid, it's quite easy to add your kojic acid. So immediately you add your lye into the water, you mix it, you can add your kojic acid, because hope you know when you add your lye into the water. All right, some people will be like, what is lye? What is lye? Lye is the sodium hydroxide. All right, so immediately you add it into your water, it becomes hot. Then you can dissolve your kojic acid. You can pour the kojic acid and start dissolving it as well, because hope you know, if you put your kojic acid into water and dissolve it. You know you're going to still put it under double boiler method. So instead of going through that means, you can just pour your lye. As you're pouring the lye, as it's hot, you can pour your kojic acid and it will dissolve. It will dissolve at the same time. Okay, so that's a very good way of making your soap, stress-free. So if you intend to add kojic acid, fine, but have in mind that whatever product that kojic acid is involved in, it tends to change over time. It turns, the color will change, like into orange and stuff like that. And not all skin works with kojic acid. I'm just trying to let you know, not all skin works with kojic acid. So we have different varieties of soap, different ways of making your soap, and different ingredients in which you can add your soap. But I'm begging you, don't add lactic acid into your soap. We also have acne soap, for acne. Allow the soap to heal, please and please. I'm begging you. We also have papaya soap. We have different kind of soaps here, all right, that can be used for all skin. Now, there's something you should know about organic. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Organic and synthetic. In terms of organic and synthetic, it doesn't, how would I put the grammar? It doesn't select a particular skin. You're the one making the product. You're the one to decide what goes into that product. All right, you're the one to customize the product. Now, for example, some people might not understand. For example, now, let's take for example Sade. Sade is the woman I'm meeting now. She's the one that wants to make Mickey's cream. Mickey has a sensitive skin. I have a sensitive skin, and I want Sade to make my cream. You will explain to Sade, because I have some customers that really know their skin, and I must tell you, I cut head for them. They know their skin so well that they will tell you, Mickey, don't put anything like kojic into my cream or into my soap. Don't put it. Please don't put anything like Beleclat Kinacol. It causes stretch mark for me. It causes excess green vein. They will tell you what for you not to put into their creams, because they've taken time to study their skin. They know that Timbafele is kokinda. Timbafele is kokinda. So I'm just letting you know that if you're customizing a cream for a customer, you need to talk to the customer. It's not a cream that you just put on the shelf. Oh, you have to see shelf cream. A customized cream is a cream that the customer would have talked about before that she wants, and she needs to give you full details of what she should not be expecting in the cream. Like someone like me now, if you're mixing a cream that contains kojic acid, be rest assured our major Jimaja will fight, because my body will be red. Every part of my body will be red. Kojic acid doesn't work for me. All right, so the same thing goes for other skin. There are some skin that afabutin, beta-abutin doesn't work for. If beta-abutin is in there, it doesn't really work. Afabutin is more mild compared to beta-abutin. So many skin don't really work well with beta-abutin. So many. So if you're customizing the product for someone, you should know how to act. Like this one now works for all skin, practically all skin. So if you're going to be customizing the product, all right, you might decide not to go with my recipe here and decide to change my recipe. But I'm letting you know that lactic acid, glycolic acid should not be put in your soap, because it would make the soap very soft, and you don't want your soap to be soft. Right? So if you're making a hard soap, don't include those things into your soap. And if you're going to be making it, you can decide to dabble with your additives, your actives, like your powders, your whitening powders. You can decide to dabble with them, play with them. All right, you can decide to, okay, I want to add afabutin, I want to add, it's your product, you're the one customizing it for a customer. But make sure you go alongside with the measurements. Right, make sure you use the measurement. It's not a must that, let's take for example, the afabutin is 8, you need 8 grams of afabutin powder here. It's not a must to use 8 grams of afabutin powder. If the exact measurement is telling you 300 grams of product, and you probably want to use, let me use afabutin here, okay, if you better pick dada, you know what, if I use afabutin in high dose, someone pick dada, you know what, let me reduce from, maybe Snow White powder is now 5 grams here. Let me take Snow White powder to be 3 grams. Below 3 grams, Snow White powder, my pick, you take Snow White powder 3 grams. Now the afabutin powder was supposed to be 8 grams. You now add the remaining 2 grams that was from the Snow White powder, you put it into your afabutin, making your afabutin 10 grams of afabutin powder. You get what I mean? So you increase the dosage, meaning if you're taking from one particular spot, if you're taking from this, let's take for example, you're taking from, okay, let me use this. If you're taking from this purse, like 2 naira is in this purse, the total amount in this purse is 5 naira. You're taking 2 naira from this purse. You want to give it to, or you want to put it in a kolo. You want to put the 2 naira. I'm just using instances. You want to put the 2 naira in one kolo. Just know that that 2 naira that you removed here to put in a kolo, because you probably want the 3 naira here. All right, just know that you're using a product of 3 naira, but that 2 naira cannot be removed. That 2 naira will be used to replace something. It must follow the grams. If the gram is 300 grams, make sure you're not removing anything from that 300 gram. You can change the product, but the gram remains the same. All right, it remains the same. That's just what I'm telling you. So you would not have complaints from customers, and you will not have complaints yourself that product here because you removed something. Okay, but you can change the grams, but the total quantity of the gram should not be changed. You can decide to make 1,000, make it in higher dose, no problem, but don't remove 1 for 1. Like, remove it completely. If you want to remove it, the grams of that one that you removed must not be taken away. It will be used to replace something. That's all I'm saying. I hope you understand. I hope you understand, but I do, but I hope you understand. All right, we're moving over to liquid soap. So in our next video, we'll go over to liquid soap. I won't take my time in explaining it gradually, because you know why some people be like, oh, you are taking too long to explain. No, I'm a very distracted person. That's my kind of person, and I feel some people are also like me, that 1 minute their mind is all engrossed into that discussion, and the next minute it's all waved out. So that's why I take my time to teach a little. My brain works like a child. So 1 minute I'm really, really into it, and I don't want to lose it. That's why I tend to take a while to teach it. When your brain is fully active, okay, it's finished. So your brain can really function rather than have it all coupled up. All right, so I'll see you guys in my next video, and I love you guys like key, low, day.